Well,
Is his face getting redder? Oh, might be. I'm not an expert at. He's always kind of red. He's like sunburned and he's fat, so he's like a diabetic. He's hopped up on Mexican Coke. He's showing, like, by the way, he's holding in his hands like a Mexican Coke bottle, which is very distinct. I know that you can get those in the U.S. because Mexican Coke has like this weird, like reputation in the U.S. as being super good. So they just sell what they call Mexican Coke in the U.S. now, and people buy it because it has cane sugar instead of high fructose corn syrup. That's it. Every country in the world besides the United States gets cane sugar in their Coke besides the United States. Because, in case you don't know, there was a president named Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He was our president in the 1930s when he was a communist. He murdered our country, chat. After FDR, we never had the United States as an entity. We had this mangled socialist country. And one of the things that he did during the New Deal was to give failing farmers subsidies for their crops. And one of the crops which is subsidized as much as possible is corn. So they've never cranked back the subsidies on corn. They just continue to hand them out. So you have all these farmers, and this is true. You to control the prices of produce in the United States, the government will pay you not to plant stuff. So if you own land in the middle of nowhere, you can tell the FDA, I'm going to plant this, and you just know that that's going to be a product that they're paying you money not to plant because they don't want to crash the price of whatever the fuck. So you say, I'm going to plant this, and then the FDA pays you not to plant. And then they say, I'm going to plant this next season, and the FDA pays you not to plant. So you have like a fallow field that you never do anything with, but you can collect money from the FDA by just lying that you're going to plant shit there every year. And there's nothing they can do about it. This is a common swindle that is perpetrated against the taxpayer and the U.S. government constantly. But also, they plant lots and lots of corn, and they have lots of corn. And it's like, well, it's subsidized. I get paid money to plant corn regardless of how much corn there is. So what are we going to do with all this corn? Which is why you had ethanol for a while. Delano, whatever. Delano, whatever. I don't know. Look, I don't give a fuck. I hate him. I hope he's burning in hell. I refuse. If I ever get FDR coins, silver coins, I will melt them. Give me the JFK coins. That's all I want. Okay. Anyways, so that's why you had ethanol. That's why you had all these weird like biogas crazes because they pay people to make. They have corn and they have all this money coming in to grow corn. So it's like, fuck, what are we gonna do with corn? Let's find a way to make gas out of it. Let's find a way to make natural gas out of it. Let's find a way to make petrol out of it. Let's find a way to make food out of it and put it in absolutely fucking everything. So if you've ever wondered why do Amerimuts eat high fructose corn syrup instead of sugar, it is because we give people money to grow corn that we do not need, and then when they have all this fucking corn, we have to find a use for it. And one of the uses that we found is using it as a sweetener in bread and basically every single fucking thing you buy in the US. So then you go to Mexico and you have a Coke and you're thinking, wow, this doesn't taste like shit. How could this be? And the answer is that the Mexican government doesn't pay to grow corn. Fun fact, right? Goy slop. There you go. That's the word. Word of the day. I've seen that posted around a lot. Goy slop. I like it. It's got a ring to it. It's got a bite to it. It applies to all sorts of stuff. You don't just have eat the bugs. You don't just have eat the beans anymore. It's not just high fructose. It's all of it together. It amalgamizes to maggots that are cooked up and caramelized in high fructose corn syrup, served on a plate of soy, and you call it goy slop, and you gotta fucking smile and thank the government for it.